All right, USG, welcome in. We are in the grow room. I'm giving you guys just a quick overall of what is going on right now. We are in almost the middle of March. Also going to give you guys a little quick overhaul or haul, I guess, of a little happenings that I had in, guess what, the Dollar Tree. Had to fight myself, or my daughter had to fight me out of Dollar Tree. So gonna give you guys a little view of what's going on here, a couple of methods I got going on and what is happening. A lot and not much, to be honest. Everything is almost pretty much the same besides the tomatoes coming up. My little guys here are somewhat on the leggy side. I'm not too worried. The only reason why they are stretching up is because I did not bring the light completely down. As you can see, these tags are long and they are all the way in to the container, but they stretch out as far high, and I only brought them, I could have brought them down a little bit further down, so it's kind of my fault, but I'm not worried because tomatoes do grow roots up and down the stem as long as they have good contact and water with the soil. So once I up pot them, which these will be up potted pretty soon, they all have, well, most of them have true leaves at this point, so they will be getting their second home here pretty shortly. I've had good germination with, I have to say, about maybe, once it comes to percentage, I'm not amazing at it, but I want to say maybe about 98%. I do have, as you can see, probably flying by maybe 1 or 2 fungus gnats going on here, but the population is not that bad, so I haven't brought the yellow sticky trappy thingy that everybody buys. Maybe I should get it on my next go around, or maybe go on Amazon and get one just to kind of control the 1 or 2 that are flying around here so they don't get out of hand. But about every single one of them came up. I think Delicious back there is the only one that has not shown any signs, but everybody is coming up at this point. I am giving them just a regular water with just maybe a drop or 2 of fish emulsion or fish fertilizer, just to give them a little boost, because this is seed starting soil with earthworm castings. So just giving them a little boost now that they have some true leaves. Over here we have our peppers, and I have decent germination. Oh my god, that fungus gnat is killing me. I'm gonna grab it in a few. Over here we have a decent germination with our peppers. Most of all of them have come up. I think the pimiento and the banana pepper over here in our front has not come up. My ají dulce, which is what I'm calling it, I planted 3 of them. This is my Baker Creek or rareseed.com. That one has not come up yet for whatever reason. I'm kind of upset because I really want that pepper, or my mom wants it. Look at it. Oh my god, it's just flying around. It's attracted to the light right now, and I think it's attracted to my phone. I might have to pause this and go get it because it's driving me crazy. But everybody is really coming up at this point. The first things to pop up in this seed cells over here were my eggplants, and I'm having really good germination with my eggplants. The only one really I think that is struggling is the Casper, but every year I seem to struggle with that one. But we are doing really good here in peppers and eggplant. Whatever you see bare over here is because it was not sown. That I am leaving for flowers. I'm probably going to be planting that next, so somewhere in the next few videos will be those plantings. Today is March 10th. We did spring forward once it comes to time, so spring is around the corner, and I can start planting cold hardy stuff outside here. We're going to be in the beginning of 60s in a couple of days, and the nights are in the low 40s. We still have some 30s in our future, so we're not gonna go crazy. So like I said, these will be potted up one more time before they probably go out. My foreseeable future is to put these out in our last frost date. I will start working with that, so that's probably mid-April, late April. Peppers don't go out till, my rule of thumb is Mother's Day weekend. So we'll see what happens. Going down here, we have some bok choy. I chose to do some micro seed blocks, and I put bok choy here. The germination was a bit spotty, but I chose to take whatever I took, because along with these, I'm just going to go ahead and seed next to it. Over here, I think this is Swiss chard. So I think these were cilantro, but they didn't come up, but it's okay. I took this bed here that I have all of this right here as just projects, so I can get my hands, you know, I guess dirty, you know, before I did this major planting up here. So it was like more like experimental. If it happened, it happened. If it didn't, it didn't. Over here we have what I am assuming, and didn't label any of these. I should have, but it is what it is. I'm going to shine the light bright so you can see just a little bit. This here, I don't know if this is celery or what's going on here. This just happened to come up. These two, I don't know exactly what they are. Back here, just because I've been touching it, is this guy right here. I think this is lemon balm. These two are some type of thyme. This is obviously basil, and I don't know if this is oregano or what that is. Over here we have onions in a couple of varieties. These, I'm going to be sowing them again in a finding that I found in Dollar Tree. Hopefully I'm not too late. This is, I think, my second or third year trying with onions, and I just haven't been lucky, but we'll see. Keep trying until you stick it through, right? I think this is a rose. Oh, I could only see my hand. I think this is rosemary. I am not sure, but we'll see. It's growing. We'll let it happen. Back there, I think I have cilantro, which I'm surprised is still going because it's on a heat mat, but it has a little bit of yellowing of the leaves, so I'm sure it's not happy. We have little things growing here. I'm just letting it happen, so I'm not sure. Over here, it's a flower bed. I was trying to get perennials out of here, stuff that needed co-stratification. I never co-stratify anything. I'm a little rebel once it comes to that. This is chamomile. Sometimes it looks happy, sometimes it doesn't. Today, for me, honestly, it doesn't look happy, but it's still there. I'm keeping it alive somehow. I'm not sure what this is. Here, I think these are lavender. I'm not sure what this is, but we're just letting it be. And I'm not sure what this is either. We're just letting it grow. It's not bothering anybody. It's not bothering me. I'm not pressing for space right now. But once I up pot the tomatoes and the peppers, then we'll be pressing for space. But not to be honest, because I do have another level in the bottom, which I can use as well. This is another tray, just like the other one where I have the bok choy. I just made extras. I don't have anything planted here. I don't know what that is. I don't know if a seed somehow made it there. So I'm just letting it live because it wants to grow. So I'm just going to let it grow. So this is the other level here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see if I can step back. I have the heat mats placed already, ready to go with another grow light here. And this is where I can put more 10 by 20s with these pots. This is the pots, if I can pull it out. These are the pots where I'm going to be potting up the tomatoes and the peppers. I think these are 2 by 2s. I think. I don't think they're 3 by 3s. I don't know. But that's where we're going to be. And I have them in every color. They're kind of, they remind me a lot of what the bootstrap farmers make. But They're definitely not theirs. I just got these off of Amazon, but they're very sturdy. I've used them, I think, for like 3 years, and I just wash them and reuse them. But over here, I have another experiment. These are from Johnny's Seeds Company. These are Lysianthus. They've been this tiny I sowed these February 15th. And they've been this tiny for who knows how long. Now, some of them are getting their true leaves. But I'm just, doing what I have to do. I'm leaving them moist. I moisten the top. I make sure that the water is completely moist, and they're just living there. But it is what it is. So that's what I have going on here in the grow room. Besides the arrow garden is is losing its mind. So these are seeds that were from M.I. Gardener. Now, if I didn't say that in the beginning, you should know that from all the videos. All my seeds are either M.I. Gardener, Baker Creek, or Johnny Seeds. This was the mixed salad greens that he sent out for free. And this is just basil. Underneath the basil, I have a poor cilantro that's trying to survive. Anything else I put in here did not make it. But between basil and salad greens, this is going gangbusters. It's doing amazing. And what I used was this, I'm trying not to, whoops, this generic seed pod right here from Amazon, and it's doing amazing. I can't complain. Light goes off at night, turns on in the morning. I make sure it has water, make sure it has its vitamin, and so forth. So the temperature in this room stays consistent. It stays between 76 and sometimes it goes up to 80. So when it goes up to 80, I turn the fan on, the ceiling fan that we have in this room, and the humidity goes up and down. It does let me know, as you can see here. See, so I kind of fibbed a little bit. I guess it did reach 83 here at one point. That's when the heater came on. But the heater is set to go off here soon because we're not going to eventually need it. But that's what's going on here. So I'm going to turn you guys around. I'm going to set you guys up and show you what I got at the Dollar Tree. All right. So I just put up an array of things just to get us started. And I want to decorate the garden. So I got a couple of little things, and oh my God, this little thing is going to kill me if I can catch it. All right. So they had a bunch of little figurines and they were so cute. I'm trying to get the rest of them. Okay. So I kind of situated myself just a little bit better. So they had a bunch of figurines. They had little ones, like if you have a fairy garden, you can put it in your fairy garden. But I think that those tiny ones, they're going to get lost in my garden, especially in my big garden bed. So I didn't want to go ahead and do that. So they had these cute little gnomes. I'm going to go ahead and just try to put them in front. They all are exactly the same. There's nothing to differentiate any single one of them. The only thing is their colors. And I think that they are so cute. It would have been adorable. It was like a see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil kind of situation. But it's okay because they're going to watch my garden and protect my garden. LOL. But it was so cute. So it's a yellow one, a blue one, and a green one. And I think they're going to be the perfect addition. Now, obviously, I think they're too small for my garden. My backyard is small, but my beds are a statement. And with the plants that I grow, tomatoes are vigorous. Peppers, can be trees. Unfortunately, in my garden zone, I have to pull them out. But if I was able to grow every year, these things will be trees. But they can overtake with the foliage. That's pretty much what I'm meaning. So I got to be like strategic, I guess, on where I put them, because I do want them to be seen. I don't want them to be overtaken. And I think they're just too cute to not be like, shown off. So they're just adorable. And my husband loves frogs. And they had them in different poses, I guess. Yes, that's the word that I'm looking for. And this one honestly reminded me of my husband. He's kind of like an overthinker, and he's always thinking. So this little frog, I think he's just like, with his hand on his cheek and just thinking about his next, either idea or, his next thought or whatever would be coming into his head next. And I just, told my husband, I was like, oh, you're thinking of your next garden project, or probably the next headache I'm giving you because I need you to build me another bed, or X, Y, and Z. I was like, this is going to be perfect for the garden. And this is just a little house, and it just says welcome. And I was like, I'm just going to either scatter them through the garden or just put them somehow all strategically put together and just welcome, all the critters or anybody into my garden. And I couldn't walk away without this one because it just has little bees, flowers, and the little beehive or bee, honeycomb, whatever you want to call it. You can hang it. I don't know if you want to hang it that way, hang it this way, either way. And it just says be kind. It's the cutest little thing. And I got to figure out where. I was thinking you can either put a stake on the ground and hang it from there, or, it's got a new fence, so I'm not going to put a fence on my, a hole in my fence. So I got to figure out where I want to put this, if I want to put it in my garden or just put it in the front, because I do have like a patio in the front. And put it there. So we will see. I did buy another one that says welcome, and it has like a purple and blue butterfly. I don't have it to show it to you guys here because I already hung it. I couldn't wait. I already hung it in the front of my house on the door because I needed something to just decorate the door. I always have something decorating my storm door, and I just needed something up there, so I went ahead and put it up there. The next thing that I have here, what are they calling this? Let me see. A wind twister. So it spirals. It has like a transparent little string, like a fishnet string, if you want to call it. And it's so cute. It has like the colors of the rainbow. And the wind, it just picks up the wind and it just spirals. I think it's beautiful. I don't know if I'm going to add it to the front or to the back of my garden. I will figure it out. I do have like a, what is it? Is it a clothing line? I think so. Yeah, I have that in the back of my house. I love that thing. It was like one of the first things I installed after my garden in my house. So I'll figure out if I want to put it there. I think it's beautiful. They had different shapes. They had a circle, a square, a sphere, but I like the star. Then they had different sized pots. I went ahead and picked this one up. This is a 6.25, I'm sorry, planter. This is the one that, I think they're calling it a self-watering pot, I guess, because you can fill it and it has its catcher attached to it. So I guess you can fill it from the bottom versus over the head, over the here filling. I took 4. I obviously preferred the blue because I don't know, I've always had this vision in my garden that I want to have like this either perennial or just like an herb garden, but I don't want them in my garden bed because herbs, depending on what it is, can take over your beds. And some herbs are perennials here, like oregano, even rosemary, thyme. So I want them to be in a confined space. So either this one or the next pots that I'll show you eventually, I want to emphasize that. And if this is the year, whether I can get them from seeds, because I have plenty of seeds, or if I can't do that, because it's okay if you can't, whether it's too late, whether you can't do it, I can just go buy a start from obviously Home Depot. I prefer not to do that, but if that's the case, then that's the case. Here, I couldn't pass this up. Did I need it? No, but it was $1.25. Everything I'm showing you is $1.25, which is why this is blowing my mind, but whatever. I've seen people in the community where I'm not going to sit here and just keep name bombing, but I have 10 by 20 trays that look just like this. I have the domes that go with it, but for the application that I'm looking for to do with this, that's too big. What's the size on this? I don't know. I can probably read it. I need my glasses, and I left them in my room. So we're just going to keep pushing. Probably a 4x4 or 5x5, probably, maybe. Probably says it here. I'm just not looking because I'm trying to rush. But anywho's, the application that I'm looking to do with this is, I know Jess from Roots and Refuge, she uses, not this one, probably something better, because she uses bootstrap farm stuff. This is, stuff that probably, if I handle it well, it'll last me maybe this season and next. But she uses the bootstrap farms, which is, amazing company, their things are well built. And she uses stuff like this to start her tomatoes and X, Y, and Z. But I start my tomatoes the way I usually normally start them, but I want to use this to start onions. Because obviously the way that I'm starting them over there is not working. So I'm just going to put either a seed starting soil or just regular potting mix, which I have in the back, Miracle Grow. So don't kill me, I couldn't find my Pro Mix. I'm just going to fill it up and just heavily sow seed, because you can do that with onions, and put the dome and start them really quickly, because at this point I'm pretty behind. And see if I can get them started that way. And I thought that this is the perfect application for that. So I went ahead and got 4. Do I need 4? No. At this point, I'm probably just going to mix all my onions together. Because I'm just really looking for white and red. My husband prefers red. But I'm going to do a mixture of both just in one. And then the other 3, I'll see what I end up doing. I'll just probably save them for next year in case if this doesn't withstand the one season. So the last bunch that I have here is, besides the bags, you guys don't need to know the bags, that's just trash bags. I have a small little can, like trash can here, that I needed to bring from downstairs, because we have them all over the house. And since now I'm using this for my stuff, I need a little trash can in here. So they had a variety of pruners. Now, how many seasons am I going to get out of this? I don't know. $1.25. I'll report back to you. I have a lot of these that I've gotten on the cheap, that I get from Amazon, and they'll cost me like $6. I'll get them from Woot, the sister company of Amazon. I'll get them from Groupon, and I still have them, actually. Do I treat them right? Probably not. This is the brand. I either get them from Amazon, I've got them from My Gardener, I've gotten them from other people. This is my go-to. This is the one that I prefer. I don't have a problem with them. I love them to death. Do I do what I'm supposed to do with it? Do I clean them? Do I this? Do I that? No. Am I telling you to do that? No. Is this going to be good? I don't know. Sometimes I get these things. First of all, it looks like it has a little hole there. I don't know if I'm supposed to string something there and hang it off of something to make sure that I don't leave it outside. Or is it supposed to bring something so it can clamp shut? Already off the bat, it has like, not that this is a review, but off the bat, it already has like some stain marks. Is this spring gonna pop off the minute I open? How long is this gonna last? I don't know. But for $1.25, I was willing to gamble. Is this sharp for right now? Yeah. But is it gonna last all season? Stick around and you guys will find out. Now, if it's just for like tomatoes and peppers, soft stuff, it might be good. But definitely doesn't feel like this one. That's for sure. And this is not $6 or $7. This is about $20, I think, whether it's Epic or at my gardener, which is where I think I got this one, or Amazon. We'll see. So I actually ended up picking up this kind. How many did I pick up from that? I ended up picking up 2 because they had 2 different colors. So it was green and gray. They also had this kind. So this is a bypass pruning shear. They had a serrated pruning shear. So I picked those up. So very happy to add those to my addition. And they had shovels. And since a girl can't have too many shovels, I mean, I have horis, I have shovel galore, whether it's metal, whether it's plastic, you name it. But I can't leave the store and I can't pass up a good deal. So they had a transplanter and they had, what is this, a trawl? I hope I'm saying that right. And those are the colors. The trawl, and that's the transplanter. So we picked up one of each. Zip ties, because who can't be in the garden without a zip tie? And I told my daughter and my husband to leave me alone. I needed to walk out with this. Did I need it? No, absolutely not. They're planters. What is the size of this? I don't even know. They're just small to business. It brings 4. What's the point of this? Nothing. I just wanted it. That's it. That's it. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. That was my I want it just to want it. That was my temper tantrum. That's what I was calling it. And that was my temper tantrum. The last thing is this. These are 10-inch pots. They also had 12-inch pots if you wanted those, but they were $5. Now, you can see what I'm doing. Sun, weather, cold, your climate. Will it last more than one season? I don't know. You treat your garden how you treat it. You treat your planters, your equipment, your stuff how you treat it. If you go, like we say in Spanish, bruto on your stuff, or, you know, Hulk on your material, on your equipment, then listen, it's not going to last you. But, I mean, I'm also not saying, you know, garden is not princess. I mean, I treat it as princess because I got my husband doing everything for me, and then I just put the seed in the soil. But he loves me though. But you know, it'll last you. So my vision for this is the same thing like I said in the 6x25s here. An herb garden. I have 8 of these. They're all the same color. They had different colors, but they only had one. It was more like a brown tan color. So this is where I want like my thyme and stuff like that. This is probably for like chamomile and things like that. So we will see. You guys are going to have to stay tuned to the channel and see where all of this goes. So I am very excited with all, 1, my garden finds, 2, how everything is going. With the beginning of the video, if you guys have made it this far, things might look a little concerning because the tomatoes look leggy. For me, you know, for some people like, oh, your peppers might be behind, but they're not. And my little experiments with flowers, you know, might not look as hot, but I'm not concerned. I'm going to be starting flowers very soon. I'm also going to start up potting tomatoes. so they can get into, I'm going to up pot them into the Miracle Grow potting soil. So that's where they're going to be going. And that actually has food for them. So they're going to be looking healthier and better, which means those plugs have 3 plants probably per start. So that means it's going to be a lot of killing of seedlings, or I'll end up with 2 plants of each, which, to be honest, I rather end up with 2 of each and then just ixnay 1, because nobody around here gardens the way I do. And my neighbor, I love her, but my neighbor won't grow a tomato, but she will take the tomato from me. She won't grow the plant, but she will accept the tomatoes. So we will see. We will see what happens. The peppers are still too young. The eggplants are still too young, but the tomatoes have their release, so we can start doing some of those very soon. And I will start flowers. So I have my tags here already. I do save tags from the following year if I can. I mean, you have to be frugal with this because it could get very expensive if you don't do this. And here I have some tomatoes as well from last year. So I have marigolds, I have Italias, calendulas. I mean, you name it, I probably have it. Zinnias. So that's going to be my next project. I have a lot of projects lined up with a whole lot of little time. So I am going to wrap this video up right here. I am going to unwrap all my goodies, find space for them in their little home here, because I mean, this little garden room is like a little tiny rectangle. And then I am going to figure out what I am going to start doing next, which is the next easier project. And I think it's starting flowers, because the tomatoes, the up potting is a huge project, and I don't want to start it now with the time that it is. But they could stay in there for I think 2 more days, because I want to start that earlier. But other than that, guys, I will end this video here. I hope that you guys enjoy as always, and I hope that you stay around for our next endeavors, because it only gets better from here, because we are starting to get in the thick of it as the weathers warm up. I will be bringing you guys out so you guys can see the state of where the garden is at. We have a new bed. My husband built that and filled it up for us last year, and I'm excited to see how the garden is going to play out this year and how we are going to plant it out. So stay tuned, watch out for many more videos from us, and until the next one, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye for now.